Good morning and welcome to Norcal APEX Accelerator's introductory webinar, How to Do Business with the Government. This is an introductory training that we put on for folks just like you who have probably been thinking about if government contracting is a good fit for your business. And that's exactly what we're here to help you define. My name is Amanda Anderson. I'm the program coordinator for Norcal APEX Accelerator. And today I'm joined by our amazing procurement specialist, Liz Brazil. But before I pass it over to Liz for the main presentation, I want to let you know a little bit about Norcal APEX Accelerator, the APEX Accelerator program, and how we can help you find government contracting success. So the APEX Accelerator program is a nationwide network of assistance centers that are spread out across the US and Hawaii and Alaska as well. And we have about 96 federally funded centers that are here to help you figure out and perform work for government contracts. The best part, I would say, about the APEX Accelerator program is whether you're in Southern California, all the way over in West Virginia, all the way to Alaska, our services are given to you at absolutely no cost. We are an absolutely free resource to help you find success in government contracting. So Norcal APEX Accelerator, we service the northern coastal California counties that you see on your slides. And we offer assistance in government contracting through three main pillars. Our gold star is our one-on-one counseling that we offer virtually. So no matter where you are within our service area, whether you're in Santa Clara all the way down in the Bay or over in Siskiyou County, we can offer one-on-one counseling over Zoom where you can meet with a procurement specialist, just like Liz Brazil, and they can sit down with you to help you with anything related to government contracting, from your first SAM registration to getting your certifications for contracting to helping you review solicitations for a contract you want to bid on, and even onwards to contract compliance and submitting all of that paperwork and documentation. Our second pillar, which is also a fantastic service, is our custom bid matching program. Now, this is a service that our program actually pays for, and we offer to our clients at absolutely no cost. And what it does is it scours all of the various procurement websites from the local to state to federal sites for relevant bid opportunities based on a criteria that you set down with your counselor. So that can be relevant based on performance location, so where you want to perform the work, to the industry that you're in, from IT or consulting. And it will scrape all of those websites to find relevant bids and send them directly to your inbox, which to me seems like one of the best things, because finding the opportunities can be one of the most daunting tasks. And our third pillar of assistance is one you're actually taking advantage of right now, which is our resources and trainings. Not only do we offer various training events just like this one throughout the year, but we also have a very robust website with links and pages and articles written by our procurement specialists, all on government contracting, from the local counties and finding those procurement websites to how to set up your SAM registration and federal contracting and what certifications you may need there. And the best part about that is all of our resources and trainings are absolutely free, and you don't have to be a client or even within our service area to take advantage of them. You can go to our website right now and check out our federal contracting page if you're looking to do that kind of contracting, and you'll be able to access all of those resources without ever becoming a client. However, if you are within our service area, I'd highly recommend applying for our services. As you can see, in 2022, we helped our clients win over $900 million in government contracts. So while we cannot help everybody within every state, there is a local APEX accelerator that can. I know I saw a couple folks from San Jose, Sacramento. I'm so glad that you guys are joining us today, and please take advantage of all of our trainings and resources. But if you are looking for one-on-one assistance, you can apply with your local APEX Accelerator at that link on your screen. And again, you will get the slides with all links active at the end within a week of this event. And with that, I will go ahead and pass it over to Liz for our main presentation.
Good morning, everyone. I hope you're having a great day. It's beautiful out here and sunny in Alameda County. My name again is Liz Brazil. I'm one of the 8 procurement specialists from Norcal APEX Accelerators. I have worked over 35 years in various transportation agencies, including BART, Alameda County Transportation Commission, Samtrans, and Santa Clara Valley VTA. Our other counselors also have an average of 34 years of experience. This webinar is designed to provide you with an overview of the unique advantages of government contracting. Learn to be ready to work with government agencies and understanding the funding source that dictates the procurement processes. It will cover many aspects needed before you start approaching these government agencies. Marketing to government agencies provide a tremendous opportunity for small businesses. In order for small businesses to succeed, you must understand the specific needs of the agency and be prepared to offer sensible and cost-effective solutions. My takeaway for you is to learn the basics of doing business with government agencies. Learn to grow your business into a multi-million-dollar business. And sign up for Norcal APEX. Again, as Amanda had mentioned, this is free. Take advantage of it. So let's start by reading this disclosure. The information provided herein is accurate to the best of the presenter's ability at the time of the presentation. Some or all of the provisions mentioned herein could or may be changed by the current administration with or without prior notice. So next. Our agenda today is to learn what is government contracting, how to determine if selling to the government is right for you, how to get started, marketing to the government, where to find bid opportunities, and steps for success. So thank you again for joining us. Next. What is government contracting? When the term government contracting is used, it refers to doing business with any level of government. This could be the federal, the state of California, the counties within the California, cities, and also special districts. School is one of them, transportation agencies, tribal, and so on. This is government contracting. So next. So there's common industries and there's less common. One of the things that you must do is learn about your prospects and determine if you have the capacity and resource to help deliver these projects and programs or supplies. There are many areas of contracting involving purchasing, professional services, public works. Learn to find these opportunities. So for example, one of the common industries would be public works, professional services, janitorial, IT, transportation, logistics, and so on. What's less common is something like restaurants and bars or luxury items. So those are less likely to be used by a government agency. Keep in mind, the government uses your tax, right? So you have to be mindful of where it's best spent. All right, next. And here's a sample. The Pelican Bay State Prison would purchase. They had armory supplies. They would have audios, clothing, courier, housekeeping, food. So there's a variety of agencies, our government agencies that purchases almost everything, right? So keep that in mind. And again, as I mentioned, do your homework, learn who's buying what. And we at Norcal APEX can help you assist you with that. Next. The contracting structure normally for large projects is you have a government agency. It could be federal, state, county, cities, or any of the special districts. And then there's a prime contractor, which normally can handle, for example, if this was public works, it's probably going to be over $1 million to almost over 100 million. When I was working at Santa Clara VTA, one project alone was its design build project, and it was BART to San Jose. One contract was almost $800 million. Now, the prime contractor had specific goals they had to meet because it was federally funded. And we had over 75 subcontractors working under that one contract. So if you keep in mind, if the project's too large for you, it may be best to start as a subcontractor. Next. Are you ready for government contracting? Here's a list of recipe for success. Is it established? Do you have a business plan? Financial stability is something that they do look at. Past performance, market research, e-commerce. A lot of times people don't even have a website. In these times, it's very important that you have your website. And if you are able to, you can create a website with a tab for government contracting, where you can place certain information regarding some government contracts or capability statement and so on. So these are a list of items to check off if you are ready. Next. How to get started. As I mentioned, Norcal APEX provide assistance at no cost. Identify your target agency. Learn about your prospects. Learn about upcoming contracting opportunities and projects that they're currently working on. A lot of these agencies may have a 12-month, 6-month look-ahead projects. Choose your NIC codes or UNSPSC codes. NIC code stands for North American Industrial Classification System, and UNSPSC code stands for United Nations Services, Products, and so on. These are the codes that's used by the government agencies. So choose your NIC codes and be mindful of how they will search for you. Register and get certified. If you are eligible, it'll be your advantage to get certified. The state of California has small business certification that has a reciprocity with some of the counties and the cities. So if you're a certified small business micro, or small business public works, some of the local agencies may accept your certification. They also have a disabled veteran program, and you can get certified for that. And local agencies, most of them may have local business enterprise small local business enterprise or small local emerging business. There's so many different types of certification. So again, understand your prospects. And for federal, if you are registered with SAM, you can get certified as women-owned, 8A, HubZone, and there's so many other possibilities depending on your eligibility. Now, if you are registered in SAM, and again, the registration is required in order for you to work with the federal government. We can assist you in your registration, where when you create an account, you'll be assigned a UEI number. And then once you complete your SAM registration, you'll receive a CAGE code. Once you are certified and active status in SAM, your information will be placed in the dynamic small business search, where anybody, all the public, can search for you, including prime contractors, government agencies, and so on. Now, another way to get started is, a lot of times people say, what is a capability statement? A capability statement is like a resume for your business. If you're looking for a job, you normally have a resume. If you're looking for government contracting, you should have a capability statement. And again, we can help you with that. We also have a free template that's located in our Norcal APEX website. So make sure your website is government friendly. As I mentioned, at these times, you must have a website. I highly recommend it, and also putting a tab for government. All right, next. Okay, science and socioeconomic certifications. As I mentioned, the state of California has a small business public clerks. They also have a small business micro, disabled veteran. And if you create an account in Cal eProcure, there's one of the boxes that says get certified. And that's how you would do it. I would check if you're eligible. That means if you're under the small business size standards and you meet all the requirements, then go ahead and apply for certification. The state of California has a 25% small business goal and a 5% disabled veteran. So, and a lot of times they have small business set aside specifically for certified firms, small business certified firms. Now, the United States or federal certification has a small business, disadvantaged business enterprise, the women-owned, the veteran-owned, historically underutilized business zone, and the 8A program. Transportation agencies also for the infrastructure has a DBE goal, which is a disadvantaged business enterprise. A lot of the agencies where I work, where we were a recipient of federal funding, we had a DBE goal. If $1 falls in there, then that program applies. So next. Local contracting. This is really a great way to get started. Local means city, county, school district, transportation agency, as I mentioned. It helps gain price performance with contracting. Typically, local agencies use their own procurement systems, and they're less complex than the federal or the state. They also have special certification like the local business enterprise. Alameda County, Oakland City, San Francisco have all of these local business enterprise. And again, if you are eligible, it's a great advantage to have. View our list of links in the Norcal local agency procurement websites. You'll get a copy of this presentation. So if you click on that link, we do have a listing of the procurement websites. So we kind of made it easy for you to register, okay? And by registering, you'll automatically be notified. If your keywords match, you'll be notified at the day that they advertise that project. because you can't check all of these websites. And normally they would only advertise between, 2 to 3 weeks, right? So if you receive it at the time they advertise it, you already have your heads up. All right, next. As I mentioned, capability statement is a resume for your business. It's normally 1 page. It could be 2 if you have a lot of information. Like a resume too, you can create multiple versions to target different agencies, right? We do have an instructional page, a website, webinar where you can learn how to write capability statement. But basically what it should include is a brief intro paragraph about your business, your core competencies, what makes you different from other, your key clients, past performance, the NIC codes, and any certifications that you may have, your contact information, website, and photos. And again, we have a template in our website that you can use. And you can change the logo, you can change the font, and so on. And, customize it according to your needs. Next. And here's a copy. It was just recently updated, and we have a free template. And here's a copy of what it could look like. And again, if you are a client of Norcal APEX, we can help you review it. Okay. So next. Okay, contracting ready. Your website's updated, you have a government tab, you have your capability statement, you registered either in the federal, state, or local agencies, you obtain certifications where you are eligible, you identify your NIC codes and UNSPSE codes, you've done your research about projects in your area, and possibly had looked at 6-month look ahead and 12-month look ahead. Another thing too is you can do research on prime contractors who are working in certain projects from these agencies. Your past performance and, easy navigation, right? So these are some of the things that your website should have. All right, next. So these are some of the information. Company overview, current and previous contracts. There's a tab there, as I mentioned, a government contracts. And you should also have a link to your capability statement. All right, next. Oh, there he goes. It did have a link after a capability statement. Here's another one, that's more important is the GSA contract holder, the NIC codes, as I mentioned, the clients that you may have worked with previously. Those are information that's key and important to have in your website. So next. Marketing to the government. Develop a marketing plan to target agencies or primes who buy what you sell. Network with agencies, prime contractors. We have a series of these events. If you go to Norcal APEX training, there's a list of events similar to what you're watching now, and sign up. It's really important to establish a relationship. That's what I always mention. If you have a capability to attend an in-person or a hybrid type of event, make sure that you get their information, right? Follow up with them and submit your capability statement. Social media is also very important, especially in these days. Reach out to small business representatives. The state has a list of small business advocates, and also Caltrans have a small business liaison officers. Those are the people who can help you. And also make sure that you are listed in the dynamic small business search. A lot of people who register with SAM forget that they need to fill out the capability narrative and keywords. So that's really important also when you're marketing to the government. You have to allow them to find you. Okay, next. Where to find bid opportunities? As I mentioned, register to local agencies. We have a list of those websites for the state of California, counties, cities, special districts, transportation agency. So register. The only difference between registering with local agency and the state has 150 plus agencies, and you only register once in Cal eProcure. Local agencies, you have to register with them individually. So depending on where your interest lies and who your future prospects would be, I would highly suggest you select which agency you'd like to work for and register with them. Now, the federal agency has one place to register also. It's under the System Award Management. And SAM has contracting opportunities. Register with them because it's a requirement, a mandatory requirement that you be registered in order to do any contracting with the federal government. And there's a lot of other websites where you can learn about bid opportunities, acquisition.gov, and also some of the builders exchange. But we also provide you with a free service, as Amanda had mentioned. Norcal pays for you on your behalf to obtain bid match service for free. So sign up and we can register you, and you will receive the information via email. So every day, if it finds a match with your NIC code, your keywords, you will receive these opportunities through the email that you provide. And you can determine which one you would like to pursue and which one you'd like to decline, right? And making that decision is another story, because you want to be able to bid on a project that you have the best chance. Next. In summary, there are 10 steps to success. Determine if you're ready for government contracting. Okay. Apply for APEX. Complete the getting started checklist. Get certified. Create your capability statement. Update with your website. Network, build relationships. Locate your bid opportunities. And, you're not going to always be winning or getting an award, but try again. And a lot of times too, if you want to, you can request for debriefing, right? This will give you an opportunity to actually find out why your proposal was not selected. You can determine, okay, where your strengths are, where your weaknesses are, and the best way to possibly learn is from finding out where you stand. There's many ways you can win contracts also. You could be a sub, not just tier one, you could be tier two, right? A lot of the projects out there that's posted is mostly for the prime, but learn how to reach out to the prime. And then also, if there's any way you can add value to their projects, also learn the different ways. I had a story about one of my clients. She did photography, video, and she has a special drone that can take pictures, right? And she approached the prime and she said, I'd like to be involved in part of your team. She researched the different projects they had, and they said, you know what? I can document the start of the project with drones, and I can take videos and pictures to provide you with a better reporting to the agency that you're working at. And the prime didn't realize they even needed her, right? But she was able to convince them that she can add value to their contracts. And sure enough, she won a small contract. It's small for the prime, but it's very large for her. So there's different ways. Again, we're here to help you win government contracts. So apply with Norcal APEX. And I think with that, I'll pass it back to Amanda.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Liz. That was a great presentation and definitely a lot of information for you folks. But the main synthesis that we want to get across to you is that Norcal APEX Accelerator, as well as the many, many nationwide centers, are here to help you for absolutely no cost. So whether you're in our service area or outside of it, please find your local APEX Accelerator and sign up with them. We're always here to help, and honestly, that's one of the big joys I know our procurement specialists find is when their clients finally find that success. Now, before we go into our questions, a quick reminder, if you do have questions about the presentation, please enter them into the Q&A. We'll be getting to those very shortly. But before we get to those questions, I want to make you aware of some of our upcoming events that you can also attend. We'll be participating in the NorCal VBOX, so Veterans Business Outreach Centers. They're doing a fantastic webinar on federal and state government contracting for veterans specifically. So we're going to be discussing some veteran-owned certifications and the kind of hurdles that veterans can kind of encounter in the government contracting space. And we'll be joining them on Thursday, October 19th, so next week. And then we also have some fantastic webinars that we will be hosting, including Doing Business with NASA. We'll have a small business specialist from NASA joining us to present on how you can do business with that agency, particularly a couple of the centers in California. And we'll be having that event on Wednesday, October 25th. And then on October 26th, so right after our NASA event, we're going to be hosting a government contractor's guide to cybersecurity. Cybersecurity has become a huge deal, not only in the government contracting space, but in every space nowadays. And we will be joined by a company that is endorsed and actually works with the Department of Defense, and they're called Project Spectrum. And Project Spectrum will be joining us that day to let you know how you can connect with their services, which I believe are also free, to make sure that your company is not only compliant, but well above board on cybersecurity requirements for government contracting. And finally, we are actually going to be celebrating National Veterans Small Business Week at the beginning of November. This is going to be a 3-part webinar series with both the Department of Veteran Affairs presenting and the the DGS Office of Small Business and DVBE Services. So that's a local California agency that you can do business with. And not only that, we'll be discussing veteran-owned certifications, how you can apply for them, and honestly, just celebrating all of the contributions that veterans and their spouses have made to the American economy. But if none of those interest you, we do have a ton more events that you can check out on our website. And if you're interested in knowing and keeping up to date with our events, you can also sign up for our monthly newsletter. We send out a newsletter every month, as well as weekly updates for our training events so that you never miss out on some training events that you may really want to join. And with that, we'll go ahead and get into our Q&A. So Liz, we have someone wondering, what is a UEI number and what is a cage code?
Okay, when you do federal contracting, you are required to register in SAM, which is the System Award Management System. When you create an account and your business entity is validated, you will receive a UEI number, which is the Unique Entity Identifier number. Now, that's only the first step. Next, you have to register with SAM. And once you complete the registration process, which normally takes between 8 to 10 days, you will receive a cage code. Now, the cage code will be identified, it'll be active. You can be searched in the small dynamic business search, and any government agencies will be able to identify if you have active status. If you do not have an active status, you cannot get paid, and you will probably not be able to participate in any contracts. So Norcal APEX can help you get registered, but once you're registered, you have to update it every year. Do not let it lapse, because if your term date lapses, then you will have to renew it. And sometimes it may even hold up payment from the federal government, because the federal government will use your information in SAM to directly pay you. I hope that answered it.
Absolutely. And then we have a question about DoD and DOE contracts. Can you tell us what you know? I know you're more of a state specialist, but can you tell us what you know about the different phases of like that contract award?
You know, Norcal APEX is funded by the Department of Defense. The Department of Energy and other agencies also work and have various different procurement processes. So we have 8 counselors with various type of experience, but I know I have some clients that has registered with a DOD, and also there are certain cybersecurity levels that they have to meet, and so on. So if you sign up with Norcal APEX, there's various type of experience and skills for each counselor, and they will match you up with the best match.
Definitely. And it is, that's just the kind of the way it plays out. I know Liz has worked with state departments within her career before she was a procurement specialist, but we also have some contracting officers on staff that worked in the federal space and would definitely be able to help with those different phases and even helping you work through those phases and perform on that contract. So unfortunately, we can't detail that in this webinar, but we can definitely help you with that. Fantastic. Just reading through, and thank you all so much. We're getting so many just kudos to us. Like honestly, You guys are amazing, and we are so happy that we can provide this training event and all of this information to you. I know I love it. I know Liz loves it. It's one of the best parts of this job and this program is getting to help all of you and your small businesses with something that can be quite a daunting task of government contracting. There's a lot of paperwork, a lot of registrations, a lot of certifications, and it can be difficult to go through alone, but you don't have to. Whether it's with our center or your local center, please do sign up for APEX Accelerator services because it's absolutely free and we are here to help. And honestly, we love helping you guys. It's always good to see some of that love come back to us. So thank you. We do have another question. Does APEX do one-on-one consultations to walk the business through finding and filling out government contracts? Is it step-by-step help, or is it kind of like, can you describe what kind of counseling we do, Liz?
Basically, we can help you by providing you with the tools like bid match. We can help you register with the state so that you will receive those information. So there's a lot of things that we can help you with. So the very first thing is probably doing market research, who buys whatever you provide, what type of services, and help you register, create accounts in the various agencies. But we can also help you review. Once you find it and you determine, yes, I'd like to pursue this contract, we can help you review the RFP, which is request for proposal, invitation to bids, request for qualifications, and so on. We can help you review that. We can help you do the checklist. We can help you make sure that you are responsive and responsible bidder. But the majority of the work, you still have to put together a proposal. You still have to respond to the RFP. But we can help and assist you, and we can help you with your submittals. So hopefully I didn't confuse you, but we can help you find it, we can help you review it, we can help you submit it.
Absolutely. And the way I kind of describe it, we get a question often is like, is there a certain level of commitment we need from the businesses? And I tell them, like, we work with clients who sometimes just email the counselor a quick question and are good to go. Maybe aren't even doing one-on-one counseling regularly. And that's absolutely fine. Having a resource in our procurement specialist and in our program is one of our functions. But we also have clients who really need that one-on-one assistance. And so some of our counselors will sit down and spend an hour and a half to go through every step of the SAM registration to make sure it's done correctly. So, well, it's very much a pick your own adventure almost. And our counselors are very much there to support you, whether it's you need a quick answer to these questions that maybe you're developing a solicitation for, or you want to go through your certification application with them by your side. All right. And we have one more question from Mike. He's wondering where they can find events to network in. Where would you recommend looking for these events? Are there any specific calendars you would suggest?
Depending on what your areas are of expertise, the Norcal PTAC has a calendar of events. One of the things I probably highly recommend is you attend Caltrans District 1, 2, and 3 Procurement Fair. I believe that's listed on our website. It's starting on October 24th. That is an event where when you sign up, you'll be assigned to one of their procurement purchasing representative. And if you sign up, I believe it listed that they have a 90 days. So if you sign up and participate, within the 90 days, if they need those type of services, you'll be contacted first. So I highly recommend that you do attend that. And also, a lot of times is we have a lot of partner agencies, and we do promote a lot of their events. So attend some of the networking webinars, and also in person. Just recently, I believe yesterday or the day before, District 4 Caltrans had a DBE in-person event in Richmond. There was over 250 plus people who attended that. And there was a lot of agency in addition to Caltrans who represented it. So again, those are some of the areas I recommend. And if you're working with a counselor, sometimes when things come up and we are made aware of a networking event, we will share that with you. So hopefully that answered it.
Yeah. And Mike, I did just drop our training event calendar link in chat, so you guys can all check that out. There's also a few other calendars that I know we actively post our events to, including the California Department of General Services calendar, so CADGS calendar, as well as the Small Business Administration calendar. They have, the SBA has an event calendar that we often post to. So that's where you can kind of get connected to all of these events within this government contracting space. And another way that you can also do that is signing up for newsletters. It's kind of a weighty decision because it may flood your inbox, but if you are looking to connect and stay up to date with all of these training events, you can sign up for our newsletter. I believe the DGS has a newsletter. And I believe Caltrans also has a fantastic newsletter that they publish and post all of their events in. So that could be another way to really stay in the loop about these networking events. And so with that.
Yeah. I'd like to add one more thing. If you have a chance to attend pre-bid meetings, that's also a great way to network and learn about the project, meet the prime contractors, or possibly partner with other businesses. Absolutely.
That's a really good one. Those pre-bid meetings are crucial to making those connections. But with that, that is all of the questions we have for today. So we'll go ahead and wrap up. Thank you all so much again for joining us today. Again, we do this for you, and it's so great to see such a great audience with such good questions. It's really heartwarming. One thing before you do head out, I want to make you aware of, you'll be directed to our feedback survey. Now, this is a really quick, simple survey that we like to have as many folks fill out as possible to give us some feedback on how the webinar went, how the content was, and give us any kind of suggestions or even kudos if you absolutely adored the presentation. We always love to hear that. But I want to ask you to fill this out because we really do value your feedback. It comes back to that idea that I've been kind of belaboring this time, is that we do this for you and for your businesses and to help you. And if we can help you in a better way, in a different way, with maybe different content, like, please let us know. We would love to hear about that and tailor our trainings and our program to assist you as best we can. And again, if you haven't signed up for Norcal APEX Accelerator, please do so if you're within our service area. And if you are outside of our service area, do not fret. We are a nationwide network, so you definitely have a local center that you can connect with, which is at that link below on that slide, that aptac-us.org. And as a friendly reminder, You'll be getting all of these slides with the links and the recording within a week of this event, so please give us some time to process it, but you will be receiving all of these amazing resources to review on your own time. And with that, thank you all so much for joining us. It was a fantastic presentation, and thank you, Liz, for being here with me today. I hope everybody has a fantastic afternoon.
Thank you.